Doctors and nurses who have delivered babies to mothers who cheated on their husbands. What was that like? This couple came in around 2 a.m., both looking nervous but excited. The guy, Ethan, couldn't stop pacing around the room, asking if his wife Molly needed water or ice chips every 5 minutes. She kept telling him to relax, but you could tell they were both first-time parents freaking out together. Everything started normal. Molly's contractions got stronger. Ethan held her hand through each one, whispering things like, "You're amazing, and we're gonna meet our baby soon." When the doctor said it was time to push, Ethan started crying happy tears. He kept saying he couldn't believe he was about to be a dad. The delivery went smooth. When the baby finally came out, everyone was cheering and celebrating. I cleaned the little one up and wrapped him in a blanket before handing him to Molly. That's when everything changed. The baby had thick, black curly hair and these deep brown eyes. Nothing weird about that, except both Ethan and Molly were blonde with bright blue eyes. Like, really blonde. The kind where you know their whole family probably looks the same way. Ethan just stared at the baby for a long time. His smile disappeared, and his face went completely white. Not the tired kind of white you see after staying up all night. This was different. He kept looking back and forth between Molly and the baby, like he was trying to solve some puzzle in his head. "I need some air," he mumbled, and walked out of the room. Molly called after him, but he was already gone. She looked confused and kept asking me if something was wrong with the baby. I told her everything looked perfect, which was true. About an hour later, Ethan came back with his mom. I could hear them talking in the hallway before they walked in. His mom was saying things like, "Trust your gut," and demand answers. When they entered the room, Ethan's whole attitude was different. Cold. He stood at the foot of the bed and said he wasn't signing any birth certificate until they did a DNA test. Molly's face crumbled. She started crying and begging him not to make a scene. His mom jumped in, calling Molly a liar and saying she knew something was off the whole time. That's when Molly broke down completely. Through her sobs, she admitted she had slept with someone from work 8 months ago. She said it happened during a break they had taken, and she never told him because she thought the baby was his. She kept saying she was sorry, and that it was just one mistake. Ethan picked up the baby and held him close to his chest. For a minute, I thought everything might be okay. But then he looked at Molly and said, "This baby didn't do anything wrong. He needs a father. But I can't forgive you for lying to me for 9 months." His mom started yelling again, calling Molly every name you can think of. Other nurses had to come in and ask them to quiet down because they were disturbing other patients. Ethan just stood there holding the baby while his wife fell apart in the hospital bed. Before he left, Ethan kissed the baby's forehead and whispered something I couldn't hear. Then he handed him back to Molly and walked out. His mom followed, but not before telling Molly she ruined everything and deserved to be alone. I stayed with Molly for another 2 hours while she cried. She kept asking if Ethan would come back, and I honestly didn't know what to tell her. The baby slept through most of it, completely unaware that his whole world had just fallen apart. When my shift ended the next morning, Molly was still there by herself. No visitors, no flowers, just her and the baby. I heard from the day nurse that she called her sister to pick her up because Ethan never came back.